Odisha has a beach line of 400 km, 65 km from Bhubaneswar by road and 35 km from Puri on Marine Drive Road on the bank of river Chandrabhaga and coastline of Bay of Bengal stands the Konark Temple. As this temple is dedicated to the sun god, so it is also called Sun Temple of Konark. At the entry pavilion of the temple, an Archakhetra museum sponsored by Indian Oil Corporation have been constructed, where important real sculptures recovered from the ruins of the temple have been preserved. Konark word is derived from the two words of Hindi kon plus ark. Kon means corner, whereas ark means sun. Therefore, sun's corner or Surya ka kinara. The architecture of the temple is built in such a way that the first ray of the sun touches the main entry door of the temple. The main entry consists of sculptures at both sides. Each depicts a lion dominating over an elephant and in turn the elephant over a human body. Here, lion represents pride and elephant represents wealth, which brings the downfall of a man. So it depicts the truth of human life in an innovative way. The temple consists of mainly three parts: the main temple or Vimana, second, the audience hall or Jagmohan, and third, the dancing hall or Nat Mandam. The dancing hall presently is roofless and is decorated profusely with Odissi dancers and instrumentalists. The entry to the Navagraha and Garbhagriha is not allowed nowadays. This temple represents the most splendid example of Odishan architecture and engineering. The architecture is so built that in the eastern side, the first ray of the sun touches the main entry door. Established in the year 1250 AD, that is nearly 13th century, by Narsingdev I of Ganga dynasty. It is now considered as an UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1984. Also known as Black Pagoda for its dark texture. It is believed that the temple was constructed near to the sea and the confluence of river Chandrabhaga, which is now extinct. It is said that 1200 workers started building it and worked 12 years but were unable to complete it. Later, the chief architect's son completed it and after that committed suicide in river Chandrabhaga. The workers started like titans and ended like jewelers due to intensive minute rock carvings. The temple design mimics the chariot of sun god with 12 pair of wheels pulled by the 7 horses of sun god. The 7 horses resemble 7 days of a week. The Konark wheel or the sundial It is a solar clock. They have astronomical significance to calculate time. It can track the movement of sun throughout the day, throughout the year, indicating time, changing seasons and solstices. Now various theories exist on it. There are 12 pairs which signify 12 months of the year. So total 24 wheels represent 24 hours of a day. Each wheel has 8 wider or major spokes and 8 thinner or minor spokes. The 8 major spokes represent the 8 prahars or time divisions of the day. Out of 24 wheels, 2 wheels show accurate timings. The distance between 2 major spokes of the wheel is 3 hours or 180 minutes, with 60 beads between them. Each bead bears 3-minute duration. It works in anti-clockwise direction, unlike modern clocks. Now other theories are there. 12 pairs may also represent the 12 zodiac signs. And another is Buddhists also consider it as the Dharma Chakra, the wheel of karma. So this temple also relates to the solar system and thus passage of time. It has been rightly said by poet Rabindranath Tagore that here the language of stone surpasses the language of man. The rock carvings and sculptures not only serve as mere decorations but also depict a record of the lifestyle and time of that period, as if the artists tried to freeze the totality of creation in this broad canvas. Due to collapse and damage, only few wheels were undamaged, but the temple was reconstructed many times. Here we can find erotic rock carvings at the back side of the temple which depict the natural urge of the humans for pleasure by various postures. In the temple architecture, iron plates and magnets were used to join the bricks of the temple instead of cementing materials, stones and sand. At the top of the main temple, a huge magnet of nearly 52 tons was installed, which held the full structure of the temple intact. There was a sun god idol inside the temple at the front which used to float in air due to interaction of these magnetic fields or magnetic network. But unfortunately, the huge magnet was uninstalled by the sailors during the British rule as it caused diversion in ship sailing. There can be seen life-size statues of female musicians at the top of the temple's spire, playing flute, manjira, drum, veena. They are also called Sura Sundaris or heavenly beauties. In the right side of the temple, when seen from front, elephants carrying wounded soldiers depict the might and, at the same time, affection of the animal. In the left side of the temple is a platform where sculptures of two enraged horses stumping over a soldier in the battlefield has been captured, a moment of glory and sadness. It has been accepted as emblem of government of Odisha. At the back side of the main temple have two other temples. The first one is the Chaya Devi temple, dedicated to the wife of sun god. These all structures are constructed using stones of different kinds, the main one being the Khondalite stone. No cementing or brick material has been used in most of these structures. In this temple also, different statues of the sun god and his consorts have been depicted, with some sculptures having the passage of water to run through as fountain. At the extreme backside of the main temple is the brick temple or Vaishnav temple, consisting of sculpture of Balaram. In the center of the sanctum is the statue of Vishnu. This temple within the premises of Konark Temple is only temple constructed probably with bricks. Hence, it can be concluded that this temple is an embodiment that connects science, spirituality, and lifestyle of humans at one place with a pleasant, scenic environment.